Creating one-of-a-kind cards featuring those windows or interactive doorways should be quick and easy to create those French scenic vistas. But if you're like myself and many crafters, that can be hard when you just sort of sitting there, you feel stuck, and you don't know where to get started. So join me and we'll feature how to do some of these creative techniques using the French Cottage collection. To get started, we're going to create the French doorway. This is super versatile using the French doorway stamp and die set. So to start out with, when you stamp this, it comes like a background and the die is designed to cut it apart multiple different ways. So when you stamp this, you can stamp it in whichever color you like, and that will be stamped as a large background image similar to what you see here, plus the bricks, which is really beautiful. When you cut it apart with a die, you can cut it apart like this. You can keep different pieces together if you like, and then you also have this beautiful decorative piece. So to get started, we're going to color this outside piece just very quickly. So if you're doing something that's scenic, I like to just use my sponge daubers, and you can go back with your markers. I'm using zig markers, and add a little bit of extra color and highlight in those areas if you like. You could add a little bit of brown tones. I use the red geranium for the red. I'm using coffee around the edges to just, oops, I went into the red again. Do you do that too if you have too many ink pads open at once? So you can go and add a little bit more of a rustic brown color in there if you want. And then if you want to add a little bit touches of red or brown with your zig markers, you could do that. I'm using the Carmine red, and you could just add a little bit of highlight around the shaded area, blend that out, and then you have that beautiful brick archway that's ready for your card. To get started, I wanted to create a 6x6 card base with a decorative panel, and I wanted to have an opening to the center of the card. So you can use your outline die, just place it onto the center of the card, tape that into position, run that through, and that will just cut that opening into your card base. Once you have the inside piece cut, you can pick out a pattern paper, layer it on the inside of the card, and then you're ready to assemble that gate or window effect. So if you want to have this swing open, what I highly recommend that you do is just take a piece of paper and just kind of lay it in this slot so you don't accidentally glue this to your card base. So you'll lay your doorway or window piece in the center, and then you'll take your hinges, and I am using the hinge die to connect this. So you can just lay those down, just put a little bit of glue on each side, and that will allow your gate or window to just open up really beautifully. So you can just pop that down. So I will just hold that into place for a little bit, and you'll do that. I did 2 hinges, so you could choose which hinges you want out of this set. And use those, and that gives you the ability to have a movable window, which is really beautiful. And then once you've done that, you can go back and you can add the elements you choose. So with this set, there are some beautiful accent pieces. So to go ahead and accent this, I added the lantern on the top left, along with the beautiful little flowers. So this set has some accent pieces that really pulls everything together very beautifully. So this is the French Cottage Scapes, and that has your little pieces of the flowers, the lanterns and flower pots, some topiaries, and a beautiful elegant leaf that can be used together or cut apart. So when you go to assemble this and you're adding accent pieces, one thing that you can do is you can always kind of lay things down. This is what I do when I'm unsure of where I want to place things. I will place my largest items first and then accent around that. So I might just go ahead and kind of lay this out. And then, oops, that's sticking to me from my hot glue. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down right away so that stays into position. So you can start out by putting in your main pieces. You could also use foam dots. And you can do that on both sides. So you have one piece up here and a focal piece down here on the right side. And then you can fill in with those flower accents however you desire. So I cut this leaf spray apart, put some in the bottom, put some in the top, and added the little teeny tiny flowers that really help pull this together. So if you're looking for something that adds those beautiful accents and scenic vistas, that is a great way to do that. Once that's together, you can add your sentiment on the inside, or you could put another scene from the paper in there as well. There are so many amazing creative projects you can do with this collection. When you use the French doorway, you can use it like a window, and you could do a 2-hinge project with a doorway in the middle and windows on the side, and use all of the elements within the collection to create this beautiful one-of-a-kind project. Adding a hinge of a card in the center too. You have this open doorway. So this is a really unique way to create with this. Within this collection, you'll see the doorway used many different ways, even as a shaped card. So you can really have some fun with that. And using different color combinations, say the gold, the browns, and adding those flowers in different ways with that doorway really adds to just amazing creativity. I love how this doorway is colored. So if you're a colorist, this is a beautiful stamp to just really practice those coloring skills with. So you can have those decorative pieces. You can have that decorative piece on the inside along with that doorway. Here we've got that beautiful colored piece. Open that up. The background papers are absolutely exquisite. You have that little hammock. The beautiful flowers just really pulls everything together. And here's one just in different colors with more of an arched with the toppery pieces. So within this collection, one stamp and die I did not show you yet is the Cottage Lifestyle, which has this beautiful bicycle and the hammock that can cut out and add to these pieces. So let's look at some card samples created with the gateway and with the elements within this collection. So you've got the hammock, you've got the toppery in the window. Here you've got the bicycle and just beautiful pastels and more of a window style. And so those are just some fun ways to create with these. And as I go through these project samples, you can see more detailed instructions on the blog and on the website on how to create these projects and get more inspiration with this collection. Now, as you're looking at these, there's some beautiful background papers that really pulls it together. Here's one that's just like an outdoor backdoor scene with a window from the Cottage collection. So within this collection, the paper really finishes off the backdrop. So if you love those paper pieces to combine with your stamped and die cut images, this one is one that you will not want to miss, and that really brings everything together very beautifully. Have fun using these creative techniques to create your own scenic vistas. Use your creative imagination, have lots of fun, and hey, if you don't have the French Cottage collection yet, make sure to get yours ordered today. I've added the links below for quick and easy ordering. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!